What's going on, Big Blue Nation? Will Turpin. Thank you guys for checking out the UK Superfan channel. On today's video, we're going to look at Kentucky's upcoming game down in Athens, Georgia, against those 8-4 Georgia Bulldogs. This game's going to be a 7 o'clock start time, and it'll be televised down on the SEC network. After we take a look at Georgia, I'm going to give you my personal feelings on our Cats, this Georgia game, my thoughts on Coach Cal, and the rest of the season. So definitely stay tuned for that. But first, let's just run down this Georgia Bulldogs team here real quick. You see him there at the top, Severe Wheeler. He's a 5'10", 180-pound sophomore guard. Sort of the straw that stirs the drink for Georgia. You know, he runs the show at point guard. He broke Georgia's freshman assist record last year in his first campaign down in Athens. Some of you guys may remember Laterral Green from back in the late 80s. He previously held that honor. And he's not slowing down. He's averaging about 7 assists a game this year in his sophomore year. And, really the only knock on him is he's just struggled to shoot the ball. If I'm Kentucky and I'm going to leave anybody any room on the perimeter, it may be Severe Wheeler. I'd make him show me he could hit some shots. He's shooting below 40% on two-pointers and a frigid 28% on threes. So there's that. Ty Fagan, he's a 6'3", 195-pound junior guard there, playing about 24 minutes a game. Really isn't known for his outside shooting, but he's very sneaky. He's a slick little guard. He can get into the lane, and he can finish a lot of tough shots around the rim. And he's also he's got a really good vertical. He can chip in with some rebounds. I think he's getting 4.5, 5 rebounds a game for Georgia in just those 24 minutes. So there's that. And then next up, we got Justin Kier. He's a 6'4", 190-pound junior guard. He's one of 2 grad transfers in the starting lineup for Tom Crean's squad. Justin, he came in from George Mason. In his career, he had 52 double-digit scoring games at George Mason and 9 games where he had 20 points or more. So he's a guy that can score the ball. He's averaging about 11 points. And he's been Georgia's, really their most reliable three-point shooter up to this point. He's knocking them down at about a 40% clip. So, definitely Justin Kier is a guy that we want to stay on. He's got the capabilities to hit 5, 6 3-pointers and change a game. So, if there's one shooter on this team that I'm concerned about, it's definitely Justin Kier. Going on from there, we got 6'6", 230-pound PJ Horn. And Horn, he's the other grad transfer. He came in from Virginia Tech, and he's never saw a three-pointer he didn't like. He averages shooting about 5 a game just himself. He's a good scorer, but he really doesn't impact the game in any other areas. He just, like I said, if he gets an open look, he's going to let her fly. This is not a big Georgia team. They're led in the front court there by Tamani Camara. He's a 6'8", 220-pound sophomore forward. He's super athletic. He's averaging 14.7 rebounds a game. He has really nice touch around the basket, and he's just been consistent for Tom Crean's team all year. Really leading them in rebounding, and he's a glue guy. He's tough. He's not afraid to get in there, even at 220 pounds. He's not afraid to get in there and mix it up with bigger, more physical players. The guy off the bench here, you see him down there, really the only guy now that's really playing any significant minutes. And this is the best player on the team, guys. KD Johnson. He's a 6'1" freshman guard. There are some similarities to his story and Deontay Allen for us. He's a top 100 recruit, for Tom Crean's squad. He's from right there in Atlanta. Big-time scorer in high school. But he never saw any minutes until 2 games ago. He was ruled, he missed the first 10 games being ruled academically ineligible. So, like I said, he set out. He set out about the first 10 games, and really from watching the tape, uh, he's clearly the best player on the team. I mean, when he's on the floor space is completely different than when he's not on the floor. And, he can do it all. I mean, he can shoot it, he can put it on the floor. He's a good passer. He can create for others. When he puts it on the floor, uh, you know, he looked to be a plus defender as well. He gets his hands in the passing lanes. He's got quick hands. He can steal the ball. Uh, I'm stunned that he didn't go right into the starting lineup, really. But Tom Crean's easing him in. But this could very well be the game that it happens. I mean, he's athletically more superior. He may be the best player on the court Wednesday night. Period. So there it is. I said it. He's big time talent. And really the Bulldogs, they've got some solid players, but Katie Johnson's doing things on the court that just jump out the screen at me. Uh, you know, to prepare for this video, I pretty much went back and I watched the last 3 games Georgia played. And the first game I saw, which, like I said, was that last game he played, he didn't play in. And, they look like a team that I thought we could get right against. They forced a lot of bad shots. They struggled to shoot the ball from the outside. But then the next 2 games with Johnson, they looked a million times better on both ends of the floor. They were more engaged defensively by far from what they were in the in the game that he wasn't on the floor, and they just were more exciting to watch. They moved the ball. They just had a rejuvenated sense of life out there on the court, and Johnson's made that big of an impact. So he's only been playing, he's been playing sub 30 minutes, but I think that probably is going to change. Let's look at Georgia. Georgia played a super soft non-conference schedule. They picked up 7 quick wins, going 7-0, but then they got into SEC play, and then boom, lost 4 straight to begin conference play. And then, then they got right the last game, which was Saturday against Ole Miss. And, and that's a game Katie Johnson, again, looked really, really good in. And like I said, I was really excited about this game a week ago. Georgia, I thought we could get a good, solid, easy win down there. But with Katie Johnson, it's going to be definitely much more of a test now. And, he's just a special player. And many people are going to be talking about Katie Johnson as the season moves on. He is as good a freshman as I've studied, in the SEC thus far. And he's only played 2 games. All right, so, let's talk about our Cats. We're 4-8. It's a position that we've never been in my 44 years on planet Earth. That's for sure. I listened to the coach's radio show. I thought Coach Cal was as transparent as he's ever been during that Monday night radio show. It's archived. You can Google it. You can go back and listen to it for yourself if you'd like. But, he spoke about love for the university. He talked openly about the challenges that he's faced and the challenges that his players have faced trying to play, this season under COVID guidelines. He spoke about mistakes that he has made this year. For a guy that was preparing his team to go down to Athens Wednesday night and fight for their season, I thought he was as transparent as a coach could be. And honestly, don't think I wasn't frustrated Saturday afternoon. As someone who's been a huge Calipari supporter, I too was perplexed by some of the answers to some of the questions that came in the post-game presser. But, listening to the conversation that he had with host Tom Leach last night, I understood what he was trying to do. And as much as we want, Cal to push the right buttons every single time, like I said, he admitted mistakes were made. I felt like he owned those mistakes. he talked about, the fact that 4-8 is unacceptable. And like I said, he did talk about love for this university. Uh, I believe being the winningest coach in college basketball over the last 12 years means that he deserves a little rope. That's my opinion. And I know with many that's a very unpopular opinion. But that's what I do believe. I believe being a as a winning a coach as you could be the last 12 years. I think he deserves that. Now let's look at Wednesday night. I think you're going to see a bit of a reboot. Cal talked about new players that earned their way, possibly into starting based off of Monday's practice, and those same players had a chance, to validate what they did again, in today's practice. As I'm shooting this on Tuesday morning, so they've got an opportunity to go and validate what they did yesterday. And, starting spots were going to be up for grabs, and, he was going to make things a little uncomfortable. Because, it's desperation time. It's going to be the Desperado Cats the rest of the way. I think our Cats play with a little bit of I think they play a whole lot desperate Wednesday night. I know most of the folks that are watching this video are going to watch and cheer out. They're going to cheer their heart out for these Cats. And I also think for the ones that are straddling the fence about, investing any more time into the team, well, hang on. My gut tells me that these desperate Cats, these Desperado Cats, they still may win your heart back. I think our coaches are going to coach with desperation. I think our players are going to play with more desperation. I'm going to cheer with more desperation. Desperation can bring out heart, and sometimes you can discover, things about yourself that you never knew when you're desperate. Sometimes you discover that, you can do things that you've never done when you're desperate. The runway has definitely gotten a lot smaller. And only a win streak now, I really think, can extend that runway. Only a win streak right now is going to make the games matter a month from now. I love college basketball. I love my Cats. I still think there's a chance that, this team could do something. I really do. I really do believe that. And, I'll believe it until we're mathematically eliminated from making the NCAA tournament. And even then, I won't stop watching. And I won't stop cheering my Cats. Thank all y'all for watching the UK Superfan channel. And I'll see you guys on the next video.